Welcome into Cozy's Ghost Adventures. Today I'm going to read you a badass story. So here we go. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Lily who lived in a quiet town in Vermont. She had spent years in an online relationship with a man named Danielson who lived in a small coastal town in Maine. They had met through mutual friends on social media, and their connection grew quickly over the long chats, phone calls, video messages, you name it. They were on the damn internet all damn day, talking to each other, harping up a conversation. Daniel seemed charming, kind, and just the kind of person that she was looking for. Eventually, after months of talking, Lily decided to drive to Maine to finally meet him in person. That's right, get in the car, let's go drive. The drive was long, filled with excitement and anticipation. When Lily arrived, Daniel greeted her with a warm smile. Their time together was everything that she had imagined. They spent the days exploring the coast, enjoying sunsets by the water, taking long walks through the woods, holding hands, all the good things, you know. Lily felt a sense of peace, and for the moment, everything seemed perfect. But as the days passed, she began to notice odd shit starting to happen around her. Small, unsettling occurrences. Objects would be moved out of place. Strange noises echoed through the house at nighttime. And once, she swore, she saw someone standing just beyond the window. But when she looked again, no one was there. Daniel brushed it off as just her imagination, for he just didn't care. He wanted to tap that ass. You know what I'm saying? Big bad Daniel. But Lily couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Her visit came to an end as she said her goodbyes to Daniel, leaving Maine with a bittersweet feeling in her heart as she drove back to Vermont. It started, guys. The strange occurrences continued. It was as though something had followed her home from Maine. Something dark and unseen. At first, it was just the little things. Unexplained shadows flickering at the edge of her vision. Whispers in the dark when she was all alone. But then, and then, But then, the services grew worse. Back home, things took a sinister turn. Her family began to experiencing the same haunting events as she was. Her mother would wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of footsteps pacing back and forth in the hallway. Her brother even saw a figure of a woman standing in the corner of his room. Can you believe it? You know what I'm saying? But when he tried to speak, her brother, the figure vanished, leaving only a cold, oppressive silence. Her father was a man of reason. He was startled one evening when he looked at himself in the mirror and something grinned at him, but he had not smiled. So it wasn't him that he was looking at. Imagine going into the mirror to do your hair or brush your teeth, and then you look and you see something smiling at you, and it's not you. It's pretty wild stuff, guys. Pretty wild stuff. Anyways, the house felt heavy, suffocating, and no matter what they did, the presence refused to leave. Good old Lily tried everything to rid her home of the dark energy. She contacted the spiritual guides, tried cleansing rituals, even sought out the good old paranormal investigators. But the haunting only intensified from there. We got louder and darker and deeper and scarier, and what the heck? Why is this happening? It was as though the entity was growing stronger with every attempt that they tried to push it away. Desperate at this point, Lily contacted Daniel again, but when she told him about what was happening, that little baby only became more distant. He was not there for her. His once warm voice all of a sudden now sounded colder, as if something inside him had shifted. Finally, she discovered the truth. The house that she had visited in Maine was built on cursed land. The family who had once lived there had disappeared mysteriously, and their bodies were never found. Locals whispered that their spirits lingered in the area, restless and pissed off. It wasn't just a ghost that had followed Lily back in Vermont. It was the curse of the land, and it had attached itself directly to her, tormenting everyone that she loved. Lily's family couldn't escape the relentless terror. The haunting escalated into physical manifestations. Scratches on their skins, objects violently thrown across rooms, kitchens, dining rooms, through doors, all that kind of crazy shit. It was a constant oppressive feeling that something was watching them from the shadows at all times. It wasn't until months later, when Lily finally spoke to a priest, that she realized the true cause of her meeting with Daniel. He had unknowingly opened the door to something ancient and vengeful. And now, it had claimed her family as its own. Despite every effort to fight back, the curse lingered. Lily's family was never the same. There goes the haunted printer again. It always happens when I'm doing my thing. Anyways, and neither was she. The whispers, the cold drafts, the unsettling figures. They never left. They were stuck in a never-ending nightmare. A torment that they just couldn't escape. They wanted to, they just couldn't do it. Happy Gilmore style. All because of a simple trip to meet a man who turned out to be the catalyst for something darker than they could have ever imagined. The shadow that followed her never faded. It haunted those people forever, until they were no more. The end. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you want more stories like this, comment down below and tell me what you're after. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.